what I like to do is this. I love to get a little bit like just tell me a little bit more about your journey right now, right? And what I'm curious about is kind of like the outer journey. What is it that other people like? What is it that other people have already seen about you? Like they might think like, oh, he does this job, he's done this. Like on the outside, they see all this, and maybe even on the
Mhm,
outside, this is where I'm trying to head.
mhm.
I'm really curious about that to start out with, and then we'll go deeper afterwards. But I want to give some room for some of what do people see at the surface when they
Okay.
when they see you.
Okay. So, so on the surface, they see a fairly passionate project engineer, or at least the official title is project engineer, but I'm more of a program manager. And my current task is to make sure that I see the development of a certain component that will go into a future vehicle later. See that component from its inception to its validation to its approval for mass production. The passion comes in. It seems like a very simple job. Make sure the project gets from point A to point B. You come across hills and valleys, and how do you navigate through those things? And even though every project pretty much has the same start and end goal, how you get there might change depending on what kind of challenges you run into. And as much as I've been told that it's been done before, for someone like me in this situation, everything's brand new. And there are moments in time where everyone's sitting around and it seems brand new to everyone else, where a simple question is, how do you do this? And everyone's looking at each other like, what do you mean, how do we do this? We just did this. No, there's a process in which it has to get done. There's a process that it has to get done. I didn't know there's a process that has to get done. Those guys just said that it just happened the way it happened. And so the passion there is, what should I have done? It's what can we do better? What should I have done better? Shucks. Then and as what will be the best way to put it? I mean, everyone tells you to look forward, but I'm someone who looks back. In some sense, it's almost an engineer perspective or a scientist perspective. Why did it fail the last time? And so look at why it failed the last time. See, I can do better, and then from doing better, from learning from the past, you can help inform the future, sort of. And so, in that perspective, it's almost like I'm missing the present. And so that's where the passion comes from, where it seems as if I'm always constantly missing the present. And so it shows up in some level of passion of it has to get done, or those situations where I can't tell you why it's going to happen in the future, but trust me on this one. But again, if you're an engineer, it's why should I trust you? You got to have about A, B, C, D, E, F with footnotes and is it the AMA way of doing references in the back of your paper, something like that. So that's what they see on the outside, and on the inside, it's I am scared because I don't know what I'm doing. And they tell you, I've heard this from several people that everyone, it wouldn't be what is it? It wouldn't be a journey if you knew where you were going, something like that. It's anyone who gets. I mean, they promote people, but even the people who are like CEOs and stuff, they don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. That's why they put in that position. It's not so much what you know; it's about what you can do and such. And so, it's words coming out of my mouth. It's like I'm telling you what people have told me. I'm telling you what I know, but what I feel is something entirely different. So that's the inner journey. And so the inner journey is now freak out less and let things go. But while you're letting things go, still have a little bit of steering into where it's going, if that makes sense.
It does. At least to me, I want to do two things. First, I just want to just take a deep breath with you right now. Just like, just let's slow things down a little bit.
Sure.
It does mean it does actually. I get that. Like I'm entering into February, and every February I put on a theme, and the
Okay.
theme of February is fearless February, and the major distinction there is the difference between fearless and fear less.
Less.
Yeah. And the idea here being like, I actually like, I used to think that I needed to be fearless in order to do anything. I used to think that the people that I was looking at, the leaders out there who are leading from their expertise out there, they were fearless. They've done it before. I know it. It's definitely this. And that's the way that they were projecting.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, and so like, I thought that's what I was trying to get. I thought I was trying to eliminate the fear from my life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's really interesting. Like as I've been going through this journey of really choosing to lead something and to bring and to go create a movement with others, there's been this element of when I don't feel fear, typically it's something I'm doing something that's not important. When I don't feel fear, I'm not growing. I'm repeating the past, not learning from the past. Right. And there's a difference there. Cause I think cause what I'm hearing from you is like you enter situations and you're like, how can we learn from what just happened? How can we learn from other things that have happened? And because you do this here, you are able to actually see the future because you've seen how actually a lot of these things line up with things that have happened in the past. You've taken that time.
Yes.
Am I a little bit, am I any part of that?
You're definitely on that path.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's an element here of like, a part of me is like, I'm happy that you're scared because it means there's elements that are still growing for you. If I'm not feeling the fear, then I am probably not growing. I'm probably not putting myself in a place of challenge. And the idea here is my journey is constantly. I'm a fearful person. I am riddled with anxiety. My first 6 minutes of waking up in the morning is like just like all the things that I've yet to do, all the things I haven't done. I have to actually go through like a priming exercise to get that ready for me, like to be able to show up. So the idea here of being able to be scared, but like to also be able to fear less along the way really comes to mind.
We're just getting started. Click on the link below to watch the full conversation and go to niyamaashan.com/tribe to get additional resources and exclusive invitation to tribe only events. Journey on.